Hello students and welcome to Strixhaven, the most prestigious university for magical learning in Magic's multiverse. We have things to show you today, including some new mechanics, a ton of sweet card previews, and lots more. Everything you'll need for your first day at the most magical university ever. So join us as we take a tour of Strixhaven, School of Mages.
Hey everyone, I'm Jimmy Wong, and I'll be your tour guide today as we learn all about Strixhaven, School of Mages. Now, of course, this is no ordinary school, and here to help us explain the history of it, the one and only Taylor Ingvarsson from Wizards of the Coast. Hey Taylor, how's it going, man?
Hey Jimmy, thanks for having me on. Are you super excited to learn about Strixhaven?
Yes, I'm beyond stoked because I get to relive college parties, throwing the frisbee on the quad, partying late at night, and playing arena till 3 a.m. and my mom can't stop me. And there are no tests today, right?
Not today, and I'm not gonna test you today, so no worries on that.
All right, sweet. Okay, let's hear about Strixhaven.
All right, so Strixhaven is Magic's most prestigious university that focuses on higher magical learning. It's separated into 5 unique colleges that all have their own unique magical flair and approach to their spellcasting. So when you go to Strixhaven, you, the player, get to decide which college is the best fit for you.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like figuring out where you fit in, what crowd you're gonna hang out with, or what commander play group you're gonna play with.
Even more important, it's also about the type of magic you want to use and want to study, and more importantly, it's also gonna define and help you sort of find your own voice in what kind of mage you would like to be and how you would like to affect the world that you're living in for future generations to come. So once you pick your college, you get to wear your school colors with pride and compete against rival colleges and have awesome magical duels with other students.
Okay, so this is amazing. Sounds like one of the first things we need to do is figure out which college we want to go to.
Yeah, so there's no rush on that either. In fact, you get the entire first year to go around to all the other colleges and figure out which one's the best fit.
Oh, okay. So I'm getting ahead of myself, but carry on. What else is there?
So Strixhaven was near and dear to all of us, and as we were working on building this thing up, what was most important to us was to just build an awe-inspiring university for a safe place of learning and an accepting place that no matter what you were welcome there. So something that we also really wanted to do to give it a unique flair is take all the areas of study and visually build a language to help describe what that college is about. Of course, Strixhaven lives on the plane of Arcavios.
Oh, a new plane.
Yeah, new plane, so exciting. It's so full of wonder and mystery and big, magical, mysterious creatures. So this is the best place for you to come and learn and hone your skills and decide who you want to be as a mage.
Wow.
And actually going and getting accepted to Strixhaven is considered an incredible honor all across Arcavios.
I'm sort of getting this warm fuzzy feeling like the first time I picked up a Magic deck and was like, I like this color, I don't like that color. So Strixhaven kind of got that vibe to it too?
A little bit, yeah, absolutely. The different colors will allow you to do different forms of magic and sort of express yourself in different ways. So there will definitely be some that are like, this one's not for me, or absolutely, this is what I'm about, oh my gosh, I can't wait.
Okay, I love it. Okay, well, speaking of the best at this school, well, let's talk about some of the Planeswalkers we're gonna see on this set. Are there any famous alumni that players are gonna recognize?
Oh, heck yeah, so there will absolutely be characters that will recognize at this school. Because of its prestige, it attracts all sorts of familiar faces from all over. First up, we have the twin Planeswalkers, Rowan and Will. Let's take a look.
Ooh, when you say let's take a look at their cards, you mean let's take a look at their card? Because this is a Moldo double-face card on both sides. We have Rowan, Scholar of Sparks. And on the back side, Will, Scholar of Frost. Now they're scholars. This is pretty exciting.
Yeah, they were actually sent there to Strixhaven by Kasmina to test both their magical skills and their character. So let's take a peek at Kasmina.
Kasmina, Enigma Sage. I was hoping to see Kasmina again soon, and because she is very clearly someone that likes magic, this seems like the perfect place for her to be. And of course, the borderless art looks awesome as well. Is that an owl or a familiar that is on her staff?
Yeah, it's her owl. Super cool. So then we'll have Luca, who's still coming to terms with his power and is drawn to this kind of crazy, mysterious presence of these dark mages called the Auric.
Oh, nice. I love the action pose here. What's he on his way to? Is he late for class or is he doing something cooler?
Being late for class can be quite the adventure in itself.
I'm very used to that adventure.
Also, there's another one. So there is a mysterious planeswalker who's a professor in the mix, check out Professor Onyx.
Professor Onyx. And it's got Magecraft, a new mechanic from Strixhaven we'll learn about later. Oh, Professor Onyx, legendary planeswalker. Wait a minute. Professor Onyx, I mean, don't you, it says it right here, don't you mean Lily?
No, I mean, Professor Onyx. You got it the first time, right?
Professor Onyx, but then you just keep reading, and then it says literally on the card. It literally says Liliana.
Yep, Professor Onyx. She's so cool. I'm so excited that you're intrigued by her, Jimmy.
Yeah, definitely. It seems like an ongoing theme here of planeswalkers impersonating other people, but it seems like it's ripe for a great story, so I'm pretty excited for that. Wow. All these planeswalkers look great. I'm always excited to see some of my favorite characters. Casmina I'm really stoked about. There's so much history and prestige here. I get the idea that this school has to have been around for a long time, right?
Oh, it has, absolutely. But I bet you didn't guess that it was founded by 5 magically casting dragons 700 years ago.
Okay.
And before you ask, I know it's the first thing on your mind, but I unfortunately, I don't know what 700 years in dragon time translated to for human years.
It's like the blink of an eye, dude.
Right, yeah, maybe some mage out there will figure it out for us. But of particular importance in Strixhaven is the Biblioplex, the library that's located in the central heart of Strixhaven. And if you ever get lost and you don't know where to find it, all you need to do is look up and follow the torches of enlightenment. That will take you directly there.
Okay, usually I use my Maps app, but this seems a little smarter.
Yeah. So the Biblioplex is incredible. It's full of vast spaces and all sorts of unique studying opportunities, and is said to hold every single spell in the multiverse.
Wait, every single spell?
Every single one. Do you want to count them, Jimmy?
Okay, yeah, I'll see you in about 10 years.
So it's also home to the thing called the Mystical Archive, which holds Magic's most powerful spells.
Okay, that sounds really cool. I love the idea of mages coming from all around. As a commander player, you just told me that there are legendary dragons, which is pretty much the origin of that format.
Absolutely. So the Mystical Archive is something that is unique to Strixhaven, and it's a curated list of 63 of the most recognizable instants and sorceries from Magic's history. So here comes the fun bit. You'll always get Archive in each draft booster, and one in each set booster. And in collector boosters, the Mystical Archive cards feature a new foil etched treatment.
Ooh.
So in addition to your at least one traditional foil Mystical Archive, you also get 2 foil etched Mystical Archive cards.
One in every single booster pack? Okay, that's a lot of bling here. Can we, in the audience here, take a look at some of them, please?
Yeah, absolutely. So let's check out Duress, Lightning Bolt, and Time Warp.
My goodness, look at that art, the new frame. This is really cool. I think this really exemplifies the power of these cards, and also it has this really library-esque feeling to them, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We wanted these particular cards to feel like they were inscribed in the tomes that you would find in the Biblioplex themselves. So if you think this is cool, that's not all that's going to be included. So included in that is a Japanese exclusive variant. And these variants to the Mystical Archive have beautiful special alt art treatments and only exist in Japanese.
I'm just blown away by this. These look beautiful.
Oh, that's so good to hear. You can get these in Japanese set and draft boosters and in all language collector boosters. But the alt art will always be in the Japanese language. And yes, you heard it correctly. The Mystical Archive marks the return of foil-etched cards. Each Mystical Archive card, both global and Japanese variants, will come in standard, foil, and foil-etched. So with the foil-etched being exclusive to collector boosters. So I know that's all awesome, but I also know it's a lot of stuff. So did you get all that?
Let me check the notes I did not take. Okay, shiny and pretty. I want them. Yep, that's about it. Is that right?
Yeah, pretty and shiny. That essentially just wraps it all up in a nice little bow.
Yeah, seriously, right? This looks amazing. Thank you again, Taylor, so much for giving us this backstory of Strixhaven.
Yeah, absolutely. It was absolutely my pleasure, Jimmy. I'm so happy to help.
Did you? Hey, who threw that? Did you see that?
I did not.
Well, it looks like we have some troublemakers in class today. But I have a door to get to, and I will not let them distract me. So thank you again, Taylor. We'll see you around. I gotta get going.
See you, Jimmy.
Now we know that going to college is one of the most important steps in any young mage's life. And at Strixhaven, we are here for you every step of the way. From financial aid to career services, spell insurance, protection against mana flood, We will guide you through the entire enrollment process.
Going to college means learning new things, and I can't tell you just how excited I am to learn about the new mechanics from Strixhaven. And to help me do so, we got just the man for it, Mike Turian. Hey, Mike.
Hey, what's up, Jimmy? How's the school tour going?
Pretty good. It's a lot of fun so far. I'm looking into the school. I might make a decision at the end of the day here, but first I gotta find out about mechanics because that's gonna really shape my decision.
Yeah, well, in addition to the modal DFCs returning, like you saw with Rowan and Will, we have 2 new mechanics we're introducing with Strixhaven. The first of the new mechanics I want to talk about is Magecraft.
Ooh.
Yeah, Magecraft, it's a really great mechanic, and the reason we brought Magecraft into Strixhaven was Strixhaven's a world all about spells, and Magecraft rewards you for casting or copying instants and sorceries. So Magecraft is a great fit.
Yeah, that sounds very fitting, obviously. Lots of mages, lots of spells, and lots of power.
Yeah, exactly. The Magecraft mechanic, it's set up that whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, you get a bonus, like a counter, life gain, extra abilities. Hey, let's take a look at an example. This is Dragon's Guard Elite.
Dragon's Guard Elite, 1 in the green for a 2/2 creature, human druid. Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Dragon's Guard Elite. Pay 4 green. Double the number of +1/+1 counters on Dragon's Guard Elite. Very nice. Oh, I'm sure you love seeing a pushed 2-drop, don't you? This is pretty interesting here. We haven't seen the cast or copy text in a while, have we?
Yeah, that's one of the ways we really made Magecraft special is you both get the bonus when you cast the instant or sorcery or when you copy it. So if you happen to be playing a Storm deck, you can get lots and lots of Magecraft triggers.
Hey, don't encourage anyone, Mike.
And Dragon's Guard Elite, it's also the Buy a Box promo for Strixhaven. The promo has an alt art and is in foil with that extended art frame. So early applicants, you should apply at your local game store.
Not a bad idea.
So the Dragon's Guard Elite's really awesome, but let's check out another example of Magecraft. This is Archmage Emeritus.
Archmage Emeritus, 2 blue for a 2/2 creature human wizard. Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, draw a card.
And so here, you get to draw more cards. And what are you going to draw when you're getting those Magecraft triggers? Probably more instants and sorceries. How about drawing all those cards?
Yeah, this is great, and there's no limit to it, so I guess we really are encouraging people to play Storm these days.
Right, you just draw as much as you want, just make sure to stop before you draw your whole library.
Good call, good call.
And the Archmage Emeritus has a bundle promo, which is foil and alt art also.
Nice, I love these alt arts, especially because, you know, as a commander player, you always want to choose the version that best fits your deck and how it looks.
Yeah, that's exactly it. We love giving those fun collectible variants, so that way you can build a deck and really bling it out to make it, you know, special and customized just for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And let me show you one more. This is the Eager First Year.
Eager First Year, 1 in a white for a 2/2 creature, human wizard.
Another great 2-drop. Here, the Eager First Year gets a power bonus whenever you cast an instant or sorcery or copy it.
Nice.
So if you take a look at that art, that little bauble that's floating in her hand, as a first year, that's the only spell she knows, but I expect her to level up pretty fast at Strixhaven.
Yeah, I love it when you get to see the limited versions of a new mechanic all the way up to sort of the competitive playable versions in other formats, so that's great to see.
So the second new mechanic we're introducing in Strixhaven also highlights the element of school, and it's called Learn. So the way that Learn works is it pairs up with a lesson card. You take a lesson card from outside the game and put it into your hand. Or if you want, you can just discard a card and draw a card instead if there's no lesson that's really appealing to you. So let's take a look at the Learn keyword here with the Professor of Symbology.
Professor of Symbology, 1 in the white for a 2/1 creature, core cleric. When Professor of Symbology enters the battlefield, learn. You may reveal a lesson card you own from outside the game and put it into your hand, or discard a card to draw a card.
The professor, she's teaching her Lorehold students a lesson, and so in this case, we're gonna go and fetch out Pest Summoning.
Pest Summoning, sorcery, lesson. Create 2 1/1 black and green pest creature tokens with, when this creature dies, you gain 1 life.
You get a nice creature, and then you can go and fetch and get some 1/1s that'll give you a little bit of a life bonus.
Wow.
Pretty adorable art too, huh?
Yeah, this is really interesting because the idea of learning is you're teaching something to someone and you're pulling the knowledge out of your head, kind of like you're grabbing it from outside the game, and you put the card in your hand. That's amazing. That's great value.
Exactly right, Jimmy. Learn and lesson, of course, Strixhaven University, it just pairs so well.
Right.
It's like, hey, you're here to accumulate knowledge, and let's go and find the exact lesson that fits. It's a ton of fun to both draft and play in Constructed because there's just that really fun puzzle of, hey, what card do I want to go and get this time?
Right, right.
Let's take a look at a few more lesson and learn cards. Here's Pop Quiz.
Pop Quiz. 2 in the blue for an instant. Draw a card. Okay, so Pop Quiz, this person is clearly struggling with something here, but they get to draw a card at instant speed and then learn. But let's say you don't have a lesson, then this card just reads draw a card and then discard to draw another card.
That's exactly it. On those rare cases that the lesson that you'd be fetching isn't what you wanted, you can just dig into your deck a little bit more. It's sort of the backup plan because typically you're going to be having a lesson that you can go and learn for.
Right, absolutely. And then confront the past. X and a black for a sorcery lesson. Choose one. Return target Planeswalker card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Or remove twice X loyalty counters from target Planeswalker an opponent controls. For our fellow Vorthos players, this is a very significant moment that Liliana seems to be embracing here or looking into the mirror of, and this is just packed with value too.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, she's remembering that moment where Gideon reached out and saved her. You can see that there in the art. And then yes, for those who are actually casting the spell, it does an awful lot, right?
Yeah, I don't think we've seen that sort of direct from graveyard to battlefield individual Planeswalker, especially with an X cast in it too. That's really interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the second part, you know, you can use that to remove one of your opponent's Planeswalkers pretty effectively.
Yeah, it's like two sides of the mirror, right?
Yeah, that's exactly it. You see that in the art, you see that in the mechanics. We always try to bring fun, resonant mechanics into our worlds, and Learn Lesson really lets us amplify that.
Yeah, that's really neat. I'm super excited for this. I just love being able to do stuff that seems like it's like, wow, of course you should be able to do something like that in Magic. So thanks so much for teaching us about these new mechanics, Mike. I knew I could count on you. Now it's time to finish our tour.
Hey, Jimmy, it looks like someone hit you there in the arm with a paper airplane.
Yeah, you are right about that, Mike. Now I need to figure out who is this freaking hooligan. I'll see you soon.
Good luck, Jimmy.
I'll need it.
And now the time has come for each and every one of you to choose your college. Representatives from each college will join this afternoon in room 118 of Wadsworth Hall. As a reminder, Wadsworth Hall is located on the northwest corner of the southernmost eastern quad. They're going to be there for a free informational recruitment fair. Come for the information, stay for the free pizza and fruit punch.
As we mentioned earlier, Strixhaven is divided into 5 unique colleges, and here to explain the intricacies of all of them is Doug Beyer. Hey Doug, how's it going?
Hey Jimmy, how are you liking Strixhaven so far?
I am loving it, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little intimidated. 5 completely different schools, so many details I don't know. Can you tell me a little bit more? I feel like I got a big decision ahead of me.
You sure do, but don't worry, there isn't a right or wrong choice here. It's more about finding what best suits your style. So, the 5 colleges of Strixhaven are called Lorehold, Prismari, Quandrix, Silverquill, and Witherbloom. Each college is associated with an enemy 2-color pair, and they each have their own campus, faculty, magical specialties, identity, logos, mascots.
Okay, wow, this is pretty in-depth. It's like a real school.
Yeah, each college is unique, and you'll see representations of them throughout the entire set that expresses that identity. You're going to find card cycles that are specific to colleges, and each card that's associated with the college has its own logo watermark, like you see here on Pest Summoning.
That makes perfect sense. So each college is tied to a color pair, and they have their own flavor of Magic to go along with it.
Yeah, you got it. So there's also 5 commander decks with Strixhaven, and they each align with a college. See, there's an intense rivalry between these colleges, and they get to battle it out with each other in magical duels. It's part of Strixhaven's special sport called Mage Tower.
Wait, hold up. You gotta tell me more about Mage Tower. That sounds amazing.
All right, the rules of Mage Tower are simple. There's 2 opposing teams. They meet in the school's large stadium alongside their mascots. There's 3 phases of play. So each mascot sits on top of that giant mage tower, and then the goal is to steal the other team's mascot and transport it over to your side. The thing is, all magic is legal, except any magic that would physically harm a player or a mascot or somebody in the stands or the stadium. But other than that, so each phase is 20 minutes long, and then a winner is declared.
Wow, I love that. I mean, that's like, why don't we just change all Friday Night Magic just to be Mage Tower instead?
That's right. So we're going for that classic feeling of like school pride and classmate camaraderie.
Okay, well, with all this information, I am definitely ready to sign up, but I still have to figure out which college matches me the best, so let's go through them.
Sure thing. I've actually got a few videos for you to check out. Let's start with Lorehold.
Lorehold is the college comprised of diligent researchers and daring adventurers, passionate scholars obsessed with history, who explore the past by poring over archaeological artifacts and summoning long-dead spirits. For some students, the past is a rich tapestry worthy of disciplined study, while others wear that tapestry like a cap as they jump down into a forgotten tomb. Lorehold, leave no stone unturned.
All right, I'm in. Daring adventures, archaeologists. Reminds me a bit of another famous professor I know. But you know what? Sign me up for Lorehold.
Okay, hold on. Don't you want to hear a little bit more about Lorehold first?
Yes, that's probably a good idea. I am very impressionable. So what else can you tell me?
All right, so Lorehold is the College of Archaeomancy. It's represented by the colors red and white, and its mascots, the spirits. So here, let's take a look at some cards to give you a better sense of the college. First up, Lorehold Apprentice.
Wow, very nice. It almost looks like she is playing with a saga here in front of us. That's great. I love that art.
Yeah, the Lorehold use their magic to bring history literally to life. So they summon ancient figures from the past and bring them into the present. So next, we have some awesome artwork for you to check out. This one for the legendary creature, Velomachus Lorehold. Velomachus is the dragon founder of Lorehold College. All the dragon founders, including Velomachus, come in their standard frame and an alt-art borderless version.
The borderless version is great. It actually reminds me of a bit of older Magic, while the standard one reminds me of newer Magic, so that's awesome.
And in both his designs, you can see those scrolls that are hanging down from his body. That's an indication of the lore that he's literally holding in his body.
Oh, very thematic. I like it.
And I can show you the commander for the Lorehold Strixhaven deck. This is Osgir the Reconstructor.
Osgir the Reconstructor. Okay, this is what I'm talking about here. I love that Boros is getting more value-based tactics and having it be artifact-based in a archaeology type school. This is perfect. I love it.
I don't know what you mean by what's this is Lorehold.
I'm so sorry. Lorehold. Many apologies, Doug. Well, I love what I see so far, but you're right. I should get some information about the other schools before I make a decision. So what are we going to hear about next?
All right, next up is Prismari.
Prismari are the art club members of Strixhaven, and magic is how they express themselves. Their spells can be spectacles of raw creativity or meticulous artistic expressions. All the world's a stage. Whether their art is informed by mind or emotion, Prismari always leave a lasting impression. Prismari, express yourself with the elements.
Oh, Prismari, here I come. You know deep inside I am a theater kid.
I know you have a flair for the dramatic, Jimmy. So Prismari might be for you. They are the College of Elemental Arts, represented by the colors red and blue, along with their mascot, the Elementals. Let's take a look at some Prismari cards here. The first up here is Prismari Apprentice.
Wow, I love the art on this. You clearly see this mage controlling the red and blue sides of the school.
We really wanted to show off the opposites that are built into the enemy color combinations in Strixhaven, and Prismari especially has this like fire and ice combination going on.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
And then we have the Stormkiln Artist.
Hey, I was wondering if dwarves were going to be showing up on this plane, and it looks like I have my answer here. Not to mention, treasure tokens, one of my favorite mechanics in Magic.
Treasure tokens kind of represent the artistic creations of the Prismari. That's kind of a physical manifestation of their magic. And here is the dragon founder of this college, Galazeth Prismari.
You would call this a very epic pose. The red and blue colors here just really pull out what's happening in the middle of the art.
All the colleges are based around the magical ethos of their founder dragon, and Galazeth Prismari has a flair for the dramatic.
He also has a flair for the kind of intimidating with the borderless art, which I love seeing.
Space Dragon. And lastly, the commander for the Prismari Strixhaven deck, Zafai, Thunder Conductor.
Wow. Okay, this guy definitely went to drama school or some sort of artistic school. I also really love in the art how the blue is coming out of the stringed instruments and the red is coming out of the horns. That's like a great detail there.
We call that a double major. Now, before you make up your mind again, we still got 3 more colleges to look at. So let's check out Quandrix.
All right.
Quandrix mages are ingenious math magicians. They study patterns, fractals, and symmetries to command power over the fundamental forces of nature. They'll solve a Rubik's Cube while proving that Dullard-Div-Mizit's second theorem completely wrong. Quandrix. Math is magic.
Wow, you know what? I think I could really see myself in Quandrix because I love math, not hard math. Math is for blockers, infinite combos, all that good stuff. So do you think I'm ready for Quandrix?
Well, they do have a dragon. And Quandrix is the College of Numeromancy, represented by the colors blue and green, and their mascot, the Fractals, as you'll see here with Quandrix Apprentice.
Oh, very nice. The search for knowledge, you can really feel the mages at this school learning and studying and then turning that into magic cards. That's a lot of fun.
Right, the Quandrix are studying to uncover the numbers underneath reality. And let's take a look at the dragon founder of this college. Here's the art of Tanazir Quandrix.
Whoa, this is gorgeous. And I love the little Easter egg in the middle here, which is an impossible shape, but because magic is filled with art, you can draw these figures, and it's great to look at because I think that's like a perfect example of what Quandrix is about, right? Like, it shouldn't work, but it clearly does.
Yeah, use optical illusions and these, like you said, impossible polygons to kind of get across that they are hacking at the very nature of reality itself.
It seems pretty powerful. To be expected of anything with the color blue, after all. And then the borderless art as well. I love when you include these like really strong lines on top of the dragon and underneath it. It just gives it such a dynamic feel.
It's almost a diagram of a dragon. And we get to see another commander, this time for the Quandrix Strixhaven deck.
Check out Adrix and Neve, Twin Casters. Very exciting as a commander player myself. Also, it looks like we might have a little bit of a tease here for a new keyword mechanic that will be in the commander deck, so that's really cool. Players get excited.
Now, this is a new ability to help protect your most valuable creatures.
That makes sense too, right? You can't attack us unless you're paying more mana. Seems like they've outsmarted you, or they're able to dodge whatever you're doing, and you have to pay a tax on top of that. Wow, okay, well the choice of colleges, it just seems to be getting harder and harder, and we still have 2 more to go.
That's right, and next up we have the College of Silverquill.
Silverquills wield the magic of words, from inspiring battle poetry to biting arcane insults. Stylish, intimidating, and tirelessly competitive, these mages are born leaders with a razor-sharp wit and natural charisma that can be used for good or for ill. Silverquill, sharp style, sharper wit.
You know, I do love giving speeches, and I've been known to bust a rhyme or 2 out in my day. I might just be a Silverquill man.
Well, yes. So Silverquill is the College of Eloquence, and they are represented by the colors black and white, and their mascot is a creature called the Inklings. Check out Silverquill Apprentice.
Wow, this is some pretty cool art here. It definitely has this whole vibe and feel to it. I also love that people are watching it happen, which feels very Silverquill.
Silverquill love an audience. They are about performance and turning that performance into their magic.
Ooh, this may be the place for me.
And we have another dragon founder. Let's look at the art of Shadrix Silverquill.
Wow. You know what I really love about this piece is that it almost looks like the dragon's actions are painting the landscape with that dark, sort of misty color.
Yeah, that's kind of the expression of the light and darkness of Silverquill and this flowing magical ink that's through a lot of their magic.
That's awesome. And then this borderless art is something I would 100% just hang up on my wall. It's great. I love how it starts really bright at the top and just has the full spectrum of white and black.
It turns out that artists get really excited when we tell them this is a study in ink, which is a medium you already use.
Yeah, no kidding. And it just it evokes an entirely different mood. So that's great. Silverquill really feels really unique in that fashion.
And yes, we do have another commander. This is Brina the Demagogue, the commander for the Silverquill Strixhaven deck.
Again, commanding an audience, and amazing too, because it really feels in flavor when your opponents are attacking each other. You're the one that gets a benefit off of it too.
And Brina is an Aven. I think this is the first time in Magic we have a bird warlock as its type line.
Really? Okay, perfect. Okay, well, just one more college to go, then I can finally make my decision, right?
Yes, and the last college is Witherbloom.
Ooh, okay.
Witherblooms are the goth biomages of Strixhaven. They draw power from the essence of living beings, whether that means enhancing nature or exploiting it. Witherbloom mages are most at home riding zombie crocs, picking herbs for potions, and hanging out in their swamp, making grim jokes. Witherbloom, get your hands dirty.
Well, fifth time's the charm, they say. I do love the outdoors, and I don't mind getting my hands a little dirty. What else is there to know?
Well, the Witherbloom are the College of Essence Studies, represented by the colors green and black, and their mascots, the pests. Let's look at Witherbloom Apprentice.
Okay, this art is fantastic, and I love how you literally can see and feel the effects of both parts of the name, Wither and Bloom, right there in the art.
These are kind of the pre-med of Strixhaven, and this is why you go pre-med, right? Is the power over life and death.
Right, yeah, and to just be able to mix stuff together and see what happens.
And let's look at the art of the Final Dragon founder, Beladros Witherbloom.
Okay, this is a nefarious looking founder here, and if I had to guess two colors, black and green seems perfect.
Yeah, we really played up the internal lighting in the environment and in the dragon, Beladros Witherbloom.
Yeah, and I love how you can really see more details in the borderless art of whatever's hanging out inside those trees, that glowing stuff. It just makes me feel like there's a project or something going on inside.
Those are actually classrooms for the Witherbloom College.
Oh, awesome. Oh man, this is making the choice even harder.
And I have one last commander to show you. This is Willow Dusk, Essence Seer. She's the commander for the Witherbloom Strixhaven deck.
Again, I have to give the kudos to the art here. I love just this sort of magic that's coming out of the ground, the earth, the alchemy, everything that's going on here just feels perfectly black-green.
She's very witchy. These are our kind of biogoths of the university. So they are using magic over death and life.
Okay, well, we saw all five. I thought the choice would be easier. Turns out it's even harder than before. I'm officially stumped. Is there anything else I should look at before I consider my final decision?
Well, you could also check out the cycle of dual lands.
Check out the new lands. Each of these lands tap for 2 colors of mana. And if you meet the requirements on the card, then they enter the battlefield untapped.
5 colleges are also represented here on the Snarls.
Oh, amazing. Yes. And each of these, again, like all of the art of the schools I love so much because it really brings out the color pairings. And you can see it right here in the lands as well.
The Snarls are places where 2 opposing forces of mana come together and swirl in this gnashing pattern like this.
That's great. I love the word snarl too. Well, Doug, I've got a lot to think about, so I think I actually just need a little bit more time before I sign on to one of these colleges.
That's totally understandable.
Oh, but before we go, something really cool I wanted to announce. Magic the Gathering is teaming up with Rock Love Jewelry. In celebration of Magic fans everywhere, Rock Love Jewelry is coming out with a special Magic-inspired jewelry line, and it's coming out April 15th at 9 a.m. If you want to see the full set, make sure you visit their website, because you don't want to miss out.
Those are really nice.
Yeah, I really like this one. Okay, someone is seriously messing with me, Doug. I need to go figure this out. Thank you so much for giving me all the deets.
Good luck, Jimmy.
Thanks. All right, everyone, that wraps up our Strixhaven tour. And Sean, what are you doing here?
Hey, Jimmy. I was just working on my application to Strixhaven. And look, come here, I have a request. I'm wondering if you can write for me a letter of recommendation?
1, okay, sure, I'd love to. But 2, paper airplane, Sean, come on, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, what'd you expect?
Yeah, you're right. Well, look, now that you're here, you may as well tell them about the launch of Arena on mobile.
Jimmy, I would be delighted to. It is my pleasure to announce that the wait for Magic the Gathering Arena on mobile is finally over. Starting today, they'll be rolling out on all sorts of supported iOS and Android phones and tablets.
Ooh, all right, so that means I can rep my college on my phone now.
Indeed you can, Jimmy. You can pre-order and play Strixhaven on PC, mobile, whatever you like, and if you log on to mobile between now and April 30th, You can get a cool free Thopter pet.
Ooh, that is so exciting. I can't wait to play Arena on mobile.
But wait, Jimmy, there's more.
Okay, yeah, what's that?
I am pleased to announce that coming up right now is the world premiere for the Magic the Gathering Arena mobile launch video, which stars, guess who? It's literally me, Jimmy.
Oh, perfect. Well, I can't wait to check it out. Let's see it.
Sean, just slow down. You gotta let the game come to you.
No, you gotta attack, man. You got him on the ropes. Right now. You gotta.
Thank you.
What?
Thanks. Thanks, guys.
It's almost like Zen. Relax.
You gotta channel your anger. You turn it into rage and violence.
Danny, where did you come from?
Boring clicks. That's what you should add to your deck for the late game.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Just save cards for the late game. None of this would be happening if you would just use a Torbrun Red aggro deck.
Guys, seriously, stop eating my cereal.
Oh, wait, that's you?
Boring clicks.
I would like to proudly present.
Oh, drum roll.
Drum roll, come on. Yeah. I give you the chore wheel. Oh, come on.
I made that.
Look at that. See, this way we can keep track of things that are going on in the house. Okay, let's see what's gonna be. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Sean washed the dishes. Yeah, but Tuesday.
But I'm the only name on here.
I mean,
The chore wheel has spoken. Whoa.
Okay.
Hey, I found these under my bed. Might want to let them soak.
Okay.
hey, Sean. Turn 2, old growth troll. Turn 5, victory.
Nice.
That's what happens when you play aggressive, man. Oh, dude, let these soak. Let's go play a game.
That's a great idea. I'm gonna let these soak.
No.
With Magic the Gathering Arena on mobile, you can play Arena wherever you go. Whether it's at home or if you're heading out for some peace and quiet, Arena's the perfect game to keep in your pocket and play anywhere.
Become the game. The goblin will not hurt you.
It's hurting my feelings.
Yes! This is so awesome. I finally get to play Arena on my phone.
Oh, can't wait.
Yeah, and hey, I think that just about wraps it up here. Look, if you're still having trouble deciding what college you want to go to, stick around because next week, it's recruitment week. We're gonna have tons of special guests. You can figure out what college you're going to join. And of course, we got some special stuff coming up for pre-release weekend as well. All right, everyone, thanks so much, and we will
see you next time.
Sean, that's my line.
I'm sorry, Jimmy. I'm just trying to help.
Okay, all right. Thanks, everyone, and we will see you next time.
Next time.
Yeah, all right. That was pretty good.
Jimmy, you're so good at those
Oh,
outros.
stop.
How did you do that?
How did you throw all those paper airplanes?
Oh, I don't know. I need an outlet for my creativity. It's kinetic art.